I feel legendary because I am actually graduating. Did I cry? Yes. Did I struggle? Of course. Was I frustrated and projected onto different family members? Yes, I have. Who doesn't when they're in grad school?
Oh, favorite building on campus? I think Casey. All the windows and then the staircases all the way up.
I spend pretty much all my time in Piggott, so I guess that would be it.
Hammocking on the quad.
This to this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just gotta spread out. Yeah.
I'll go to the quad. I've done some writing in the kind of garden space behind admin, all the nature and everything. Same with the labyrinth. It's peaceful,
I like walking through campus during the different seasons and how it changes during the different seasons.
So I would get home from my job around 4, eat very quick, and maybe do some homework assignments, then run over here. Classes started at 6, and then I'd go to sleep, wake up, and do it again.
Most people are working full-time or balancing school on top of other commitments. The way that we show up for one another is incredibly strong.
My youngest one when I started the program was an infant, so that was kind of a lot. There's a high expectation at SU, but they really are very supportive. And the class, my classmates are awesome. So that also made a big difference.
Every time I kind of got through a long week, it made me feel like I know what I'm doing and I can be successful, even in the most challenging situations.
I'm a little more, introspective or aware how interconnected issues are through deep reflection, discernment, I think leads to more thoughtful action.
Yes, I could learn so much knowledge about pharmacology and diagnosing, but who are you as a person that someone can connect with?
I was a U.S. Navy veteran and decided to go back to school. The transition between military life and civilian life it's a wild change, especially if you've been in for a while. The Veteran Center gives us that space to create community.
Being here as an international student, I was kind of scared that I'd be a foreigner among the people here, but not really. I've never felt that. And the people here, I think they're just amazing. Seattle University is a place where I can be myself, where you can find people who can encourage you, support you.
Seattle U, they just accepted me for who I am. I can be goofy, I can be serious, I can just be Exita that most people in my community know, and I don't have to pretend to be someone else when I'm here.
The people that I've met in my cohort are some of now my closest friends.
Oh, thank you so much, cohort. Thank you so much, Byron and James. And I'm just so grateful that I've been given the opportunity to meet all of you, and I'm so excited to see where you all go.
The faculty and staff at Seattle University really care for their students.
My professors were the ones that continue to encourage me, that keep on saying that, Exita, you can do it. You can do it.
Maylon, she taught a class I took about Yeah, Abby's also a fan of Melon.
I really like the way the professors treat the courses. We were designing applications, we were designing real-world systems, we were scaling them.
SU has really given me diverse experiences and cynicals and also our didactic knowledge.
We tell them on the very first day, we see you as our future colleagues.
Creating leaders for a just and humane world. Seattle University takes a unique approach and how they teach you the critical thinking skills behind that.
I think we all share that mission in some sense. Seattle U really fosters that.
I love that Jesuit education is about continuous lifelong learning, care for the whole person, and for me, thinking about how I can use my MBA and my certificate in all of those Jesuit values. I want to help set other people up for success.
My hope for these students is that they can take what they've learned at Seattle U and make the difference they want to make in the world.
Go down a path that, maybe somebody else hasn't done before that really has you curious and excited.
I find joy, I think, in making connections with people every day. A person who thoughtfully kind of enters the world and brings a lot of care to the people around me and the communities that I'm a part of.
I have kids of my own, and I wasn't sure if I could kind of take the emotional burden of working with kids. But actually, I had a couple of opportunities where I could work with adolescents, and I found it really impactful. Kind of opened my eyes on expanding what I wanted to do in the future.
I want to go into hospital administration, and specifically my focus would be on health equity, essentially the exact bridge of people and business.
There is a beautiful opportunity for you all to transform this world, one person at a time. Congratulations.
Be bold, stay curious, and remember, you always have a home here.
If I could change the lives of people that are facing genuine problems, that would be my biggest aspiration. I'm ready to face the world.
To our graduating seniors, best of luck in your next chapter. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, you did it, and it's really an achievement.
It seems to be working because my students are graduating on time. My students' grades are increasing. My students are able to find a space in school through the programs that I've created within my work and within my community. I feel like I can actually change the world.